Hey Wellness Warriors! Today I'm going to introduce you to a new playlist, Ancient Indian Ways of Living, in our channel. Here we will talk about why did our ancestors follow certain practices. Often we dismiss their habits and traditions easily, getting comfortable with the Western lifestyle and calling it modern. But where are we headed with this mindset? We tend to label many of their ways as unhygienic, yet, given our rich cultural heritage, would our ancestors have done something without it serving a purpose? It is worth considering that every practice had a significance. In today's world, many of our cultural traditions are slowly fading as we move towards a modern westernized way of life. We often feel the need to fit in and adapt to practices that seem to be the norm. But it is essential to remember that each culture is unique and there is no need to change ours just to conform. We can embrace new ideas without losing sight of our own roots. Let's explore and bring back aspects of our heritage into our current lifestyles. There is a great value in preserving our cultural practices while still adapting to the modern world. In today's video, let's explore and find out why Indians eat with their hands. Eating with hands is a common practice in India, deeply rooted in both physical and spiritual traditions. The physical reasons being, using hands allows for a full sensory experience. The touch and temperature of the food can help gauge its freshness and quality. The practice of eating with hands is said to help in better digestion as it stimulates digestive enzymes and makes one more mindful while eating. Hands help regulate the temperature of food, ensuring it's not too hot or cold when consumed. Eating with hands gives better control over how much food is taken, making it easier to eat in moderation. Eating with hands makes one more conscious of the food they are consuming, encouraging slower, more deliberate eating which aids in digestion. The fingertips have many nerve endings that can help improve the stimulation of the body's digestive system, especially in terms of the salivation process. Over time, eating with hands may create muscle memory that allows the body to coordinate better with the food, that also improves digestion. Eating with hands encourages the use of all fingers, which some believe helps the body better process the food. The natural movement of using hands to scoop, pinch, and press food is an organic and instinctive process, promoting more ease in eating. That is why kids instinctively use hands to eat during the early stages of their lives, whereas usage of spoons and forks are an acquired behavior through cultural conditioning and learning. Different textures of food, like smooth, rough, hot, or cold, can be easily felt with hands, enhancing the eating experience. Now, moving on to the spiritual reasons of eating with hands. The first one being connection to the divine. In many spiritual traditions in India, the hands are seen as sacred tools. The act of eating with hand is believed to connect the individual with the divine energy of the food. Food is seen as a form of prana, that is a life force. Touching food with hands is thought to enhance its absorption and better assimilate this life force. Eating with hands is believed to also encourage mindfulness, creating a more intentional and spiritual connection to food, often considered a gift from nature or a higher power. In many traditions, hands are considered sacred. Eating with hands can represent purity and sanctity in consuming food. Eating with hands is also seen as an humble act where one reconnects with the nature and practices self-awareness. It is also believed that eating with hands activates the body's energy centers or chakras, particularly the hands' energies, helping balance the mind and the spirit. In spiritual philosophy, touching food with bare hands is considered to create a direct connection with the earth, representing the natural elements of life. In Ayurveda, the traditional Indian systems of medicine, it is suggested that eating with hands promotes balance by involving all senses and focusing on the nourishment process. It is also believed that food, when touched by hands, absorbs the energy of the person consuming it. Therefore, eating with clean, positive energy enhances the food's spiritual value. In many cultures, eating with hands is a way of showing reverence for the food. It's a spiritual practice that fosters respect and gratitude for the source of nourishment, promoting mindful eating. Did you know the hand gesture used while eating is called the Samana Mudra? A mudra is a symbol or a hand gesture used in Indian culture, often employed in yoga and meditation to focus energy, promote healing, and enhance spiritual practice. Ancient Indian texts like Yoga Upanishads, Geranda Samhita, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and Yoga Makaranda talk about different mudras and their benefits. Now let's understand what is Samana Mudra. In Sanskrit, the literal meaning of samana is equilibrium. In Ayurveda, samana is one of the five vital airs, that is the panchavayus in the body. It is responsible for digestion and metabolism. It helps to balance the body's internal energies by distributing nutrients and facilitating the digestion of food. Samana operates primarily in the stomach and the intestines. In yoga, samana is one of the five vital forces, that is pancha prana, and encompasses the movement and distribution of energy not just in the body but throughout the entire being, that is the mind, body, and the spirit. The pranas work in coordination, balancing both the physical and the mental states. In Vedanta, samana is sometimes used to describe one of the ways in which the mind achieves balance and harmony, contributing to inner peace. The Samana Vayu Mudra is used to improve the flow of prana to the stomach region. Samana is the integrating life wind located around the navel point. It is closely associated with digestion and linked to metabolic fire, that is called Agni. Digestion is one of the most energy demanding processes in the human body, requiring significant pranic energy to break down and process what we consume, both physically and mentally. Samana Vayu Mudra is a yogic hand gesture that involves touching the tips of all the fingers to the thumb. The mudra balances the flow of energy in the navel region. Samana Mudra improves digestion, absorption, and the functioning of the stomach and the intestines. It is also called Mukula Mudra or Tridosha Nashak Mudra. In addition to this, each finger represents one of the five elements, that is the fire, air, ether, earth, and water. Touching the tips of all the fingers together balances these five elements and they function in our physical and mental constitution. The mudra is associated with the fire element, that is the Agni. It represents the gastric juices that digest the food and separate them into nutrition and waste. The Samana gesture is therefore used to improve digestion and the Samana Vada, one of the five parts of the Vata dosha in Ayurveda. The role and function of this mudra is Samana flows through the digestive organs located between the diaphragm and the navel. It regulates the biological function of the stomach, pancreas, liver, and the intestinal tract. Samana is responsible for the absorption and assimilation of both life energy and the food in the body. Additionally, it is associated with the metabolic fire known as Jataragni and the solar plexus chakra. The benefits of Samana Vayu are: it improves the flow of prana to the stomach and intestine, it reduces acidity, gas, and minor digestive issues. The mudra balances all five elements and helps us balance the three doshas. It strengthens the liver function with long-term use. Samana mudra is helpful in lowering blood pressure. It improves the metabolism and increases appetite. These are the reasons why we eat with our hands in India. Our ancestors were more connected and in tune with nature, their physical, mental, and spiritual environment. They understood that eating with hands is not just a physical act but also a way to engage with the food on a deeper level, stimulating the senses and fostering mindfulness. By touching food directly, they were able to establish a holistic connection with the nourishment, recognizing its life force and the energies it provides. This practice reflects a profound respect for the natural world, encouraging balance and harmony between the mind, body, and the spirit. After watching this video, when asked why we eat with our hands in India, it is important to understand that it is not because we are unhygienic or primitive. Instead, it is a practice rooted in the deep connection with nature, mindfulness, and respect for our bodies. I hope we begin to take pride in our ancient traditions and share this wisdom with our global human family, celebrating the richness of our culture and practices. That's all for today. Bye bye.